We're recording, so whenever you are ready.
We are recording right now.
Oh, you see me? Y'all see me out there?
Oh my god.
We gotta get some more action. Yeah, I like it. I want to make sure people see my sweet hair. It's not as good as Agent Nadim's hair. That dude's got really stellar hair.
Yeah, I told you that. Why are you trying to?
Sorry, I didn't mean to take your joke.
No, I just don't want people thinking I'm like sweating Indian dude's hair. Like, we should be watching Daredevil, and I made a comment like,
about the dude's hair.
And that dude's hair is fucking sweet. I always wanted hair like that.
All right, so listeners, we just finished episode 2, so we're gonna do another round of a quick review and a quick recap, get our reactions. Reactions, man. How do you feel about episode 2?
I loved episode 2. I mean, highlights for me.
Hit it.
We possibly got our first look at Bullseye.
Yeah.
This episode. I'm gonna go out and say I think it's Bullseye.
Yeah.
Also, another highlight for me was Wilson Fisk's badass prison outfit.
You talking about the Timberland 2-piece with the black suede collar,
like
leather lining inside? Ooh, that man is fresh.
It's like he rolled up in there and he's like, I'd like the suit to have a black sweet ass lining on the cover. Also,
that dude, man. You know how pissed I'd be if I had to listen to him all the time. Hurry up, all right, come on. Like that whole monologue he gave about love, which was beautiful.
It was a great monologue.
It was a great monologue. Of course, we ended up just shitting on it because we're immature as hell. But
I believe your exact words were "gay."
You know, at first I was like, man, Kingpin is up to something. Like it's too orchestrated. Kingpin doesn't, act, scared, and there was some genuine fear in his eyes. Like when he got stabbed, like snitch. It was like a little kid, I really thought that him getting shanked in jail and the whole house arrest thing was a ploy. I was like, oh man, this is the Kingpin we know and love. But and I think even you were kind of confident that the monologue he was giving in the van was just all a ruse, a setup. But now these Albanians don't play with snitches. They're here. They're here for all the smoke.
Dude, I said that every line that comes out of Kingpin's mouth is like the beginning of a rap song. Like he's like DMX. I promise. Watch the first 3 lines when he's in the van and Agent Nadim tells him look, you're gonna shit when I tell you to shit. You're gonna eat when I tell you to eat. You're gonna do all this, blah, blah. And he's like, do you understand? And Kingpin busts out with the, love is a joke. Yeah. What? It's gonna get you killed. Never get you filled. Like everything he did, it sounded like DMX was freaking rhyming.
Yeah. Highlight for me was it's okay. I wish that we did have Ben Urich in this. I do agree that Karen's parts are a little slow. She's not the most engaging, a minor character, however you want to kind of classify her. I do wish it was Ben Urich, but I do like that they gave a little more spotlight to Karen and Foggy, because I don't think we've gotten to know Foggy's personal life or upbringing up until now. I don't think they ever made mention of his family running the meat market.
Stereotypically Irish, cartoony ass Irish family. I was like, goodness gracious, they had 4-leaf clovers everywhere and green hats. You might
Jameson, as well that Jameson bottle right in the middle of the
right. You might as well have a dude with the freaking orange beard running around going, hello Foggy, oh Foggy.
Yeah, it was kind of wild to see his mom kind of ask him, hey, yeah, but you quit making all that money as a lawyer and come work in the meat market of the family. What? No, wrong.
Not happening.
Wrong. Another highlight for me, I really enjoyed the young actor they have playing Matt as a young kid.
Oh yeah,
I think he plays angst and that kind of rebellious youth a lot. I mean, really well, but it was that scene where he walks into the church and he's hearing everyone's prayers.
Oh yeah.
Man, that's pretty. That'd be pretty surreal as a youth to kind of hear everyone's prayers and you had said our first episode 1 review how Matt is kind of like the Jesus, the Christ figure in the Marvel, in the MCU, and Marvel Comics period, or the Marvel Universe. So to see like him as a young kid hear these prayers, and that kind of ignites that flame within him to, okay, clearly I can help these people. I can be an instrument of God, to deliver, prayers in some way.
Yeah, I mean, like it's standard within the Marvel universe. You have, from a psychological and philosophical standpoint, a lot of these characters have deep roots within Judeo-Christian morals and also Greek ideals. Mm-hmm. So the sense you have these characters that are like gods, essentially. They're not gods. Like the difference between DC and Marvel is that DC's got like these individuals who are godlike. They are gods. Whereas in the Marvel universe, it's like everybody is pretty much a demigod. So this is the story of Hercules and the 12 labors all the time. So Matt is a Catholic, and he's sitting there, and because of these abilities, gifts, if you will, he's hearing everybody's prayers, and he doesn't know what to do. He's not Superman. He's not elevated outside in outer space listening to all these prayers flying at the speed of light.
Yeah.
He's just a little kid sitting in a church pew wondering, why can I hear them? And the only thing his little brain can think of, because he's a logical thinker, he's argumentative, he's a lawyer from the start, is that
I like that.
Maybe I'm put here to do this. So right away, early on, he had that complex of,
this is my calling.
This is what I'm supposed to do, and if I don't have this, then I'm nothing.
So, I feel like this episode did a pretty good job highlighting these two, the antagonist, Daredevil. I'm sorry, Kingpin, protagonist, Daredevil. Their point of view of free will, because Kingpin makes a remark about free will when he's given his monologue. I was given free will and I rose through the ranks. I took advantage of my destiny, but. A younger Matt saw free will as, well, if you're saying, are we just puppets? That conversation he was having with the priest, where he's like, well, if my calling is to, this, then, what's the point of free will with all these kind of puppets?
Oh yeah, he's talking about original sin.
Yeah.
He called out that nun for not being a theological scholar, which is funny.
Another thing, we got Matt, hard-headed, stubborn, goes back like a fighter. He made that loss. He wanted, a rematch. Goes in, plays. I like how he kind of played like the typical blind dude. Yeah, your place smelled really well. Can I get a coupon? Came back and like washed them boys with a taser. You with a taser? What?
Matt Murdock cannot afford to fight clean.
No. That's a
he
wrap.
gets hit in the ear. We were talking about this. Like his abilities are heavily damaged at this point. Like the radar is wonky. Mm-hmm. So even if he gets hit in the head, like just once, it throws him off balance.
You made a comment. We were joking about how you got Wilson Fisk looking super fresh in like house arrest outfit, but Matt is back to his like black suit, but with the minor addition of like that white cloth. Like I feel like the costume designer's like, this will knock them out of this will knock their socks off.
We were both like thinking it at the same time, and it was funny because it was like he comes down the stairs with that black suit on. We're like, why doesn't he just go to Melvin Potter and get like him to make him just a little cheapy version of the suit, just to get some sort of protection? He's out there in his black long johns like from season 1. And meanwhile, Wilson Fisk is sitting here like, yes, I'll take the Timberland official prison uniform and get me those sweet-ass boots.
Matt basically went to Walmart and bought one of them 2-pack like Hanes waffle shirts.
Yeah.
like waffle long.
He got the Rustler jeans from Walmart. They're like $9. Meanwhile, freaking Kingpin's going to For Us By Us trying to make things work for him.
I like the pace. Let's talk about pace. They're doing a good job of, highlighting, Foggy, Karen, maybe some like the slower things. We're not getting like a lot of action, right in our face the whole 40 minutes or 50 minutes really. But I'm liking the pace so far. I'm interested to see like, Wilson Fisk. He's clearly at his lowest. Actually the parallels too. You got Wilson Fisk literally at his lowest. He's a snitch. The love of his life is in danger. He just got shanked. He's feeling like, powerless.
Yep.
Same thing with Matt. So it's kind of cool to see, these parallels of both of them rising, being reborn.
It's Cain and Abel, man. Like you see both of these dudes almost in the same situation, and you see how they both react. You know, Matt, even though he's going through it, we're all rooting for him. But he in the end he's gonna make the right decision. But people have their dark periods, and they get kicked in the face. And the thing about Murdochs is that they get up and they don't blame anybody, and they're good regardless, and that's what makes him a hero. Wilson Fisk just makes excuses, and he's a victim.
Yeah.
And so he takes it out on everybody. So that's the difference, man. It's like you said, they're both trying to make it work.
I'm trying to think ahead of like how, because I'm hoping this is not the last that we see of detective or agent. What's it, Nadeem? He said.
Yeah, Nadeem.
Nadeem. I'm hoping we see more of him because I feel like he's going to play a bigger role.
I hope so too. His hair is awesome.
Yeah, and I want to watch enough. I want to get enough scenes where I can kind of get like the swoop he's got going down. But I think we're at a good stopping point for this episode 2 review. Viewers on YouTube, just stay tuned to our YouTube channel. We're going to try to get these videos up as quickly as we can. Like I said, we got 13 episodes to plow through. This is episode 2. So I'll have them up throughout the weekend and, in podcast format the following week. So just stay tuned, stay up to date, and follow us on Instagram. We'll be making posts and updates as we can. The Short Box Jacks. So, all right, we'll be back, folks.